Well, my dear brother, you and I are now live. I sent
Okay.
this information out to anyone who might like to join us, and as of yet, no one has joined us. I sent it
Hmm.
to Mother as well. I sent
Hmm.
it to everybody that gets our little chat thingies, and Callista said she had clicked on it, but she was early. So
Huh?
if you're on the phone, I am actually texting people and on the mass text and trying to get them to join us. And
Okay.
uh, I told Mom that we are live and
Did she
we
like?
are live. She hasn't even answered me. You know, she doesn't answer me. Come on.
She doesn't answer any.
Every once in a while she'll answer the phone if I call, but
Yeah.
usually no. And I tried to send through Facebook the link to everybody on Messenger, and it said it's not working. Facebook is still blocking me, and so who knows what's going on there.
You
But we are
watch.
now currently live on the platform called All Things Trap. So if you have your computer right now, what you could do is go to your computer and watch it live on your computer at the same time. And the comments would go. In fact, I'm going to try it real quick and see what happens. Um, I have to switch accounts. I have to go to All Things Trap and see if we got something that is live. Uh, me, history, your videos. Sam's continuing. Oh, my other upload never did get finished uploading, is what it
Oh,
looks like.
did that include my video that I
Your
sent you today?
video is up. Your video is up already, and
Cool.
I try to comment on it and say something, and um, well, we're supposed to be live, but it doesn't notify anybody. Let's see. Live. Let's look for live things and see what we can find. Live. See if we can find ourselves live. Um,
When you send out the notice, did that include my four boys?
no. The only thing, because it only goes out to people on the who are members of this channel. So only 7 people have signed up on this channel. But when you are on the YouTube channel, it will automatically. I'm going to try something. I'm going to open a tab. You tell me if you can still see me, okay?
All right.
I want to know if that cut me off. Did it?
No.
So you can still see me like I'm filming and then I'm just going to another screen, right?
Right.
But I can't see the fact that I'm screening. It just shows that I am. So I'm looking for live, and I am looking for all things trap live, and let's see live. Oh, it says we're live right now.
On all things trap.
Oh, yep, and I am now watching us on all things trap. How do you like that? It's got a delay. It's got a delay,
On,
so you can
right.
hear it.
On YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm off of YouTube now, but it showed a link that I was watching us because did you see the little eyeball up on top? Do you get notice of how many
No.
people are watching? You don't get that.
No.
Oh, Callista's here. Hold on. Are you there?
Me?
Well, yeah.
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 How do you
Hi.
like it?
What
How are
is it?
you?
Who are those people? Are they rock? Wait, those are rocks.
Yeah, those are rocks and people, rocks. It's all the same.
No, what is this?
Some
So
of our
this you're now streaming live on YouTube also. So there's a channel on YouTube called All Things Trap,
Like my
and
face is on there right now?
Yep.
this entire video right now. But the only people on there are there. We only have seven. We only have 7 people who get noticed so far. It's a very small channel. It's only for traps, and
Oh.
so what we're trying to do. I hear an echo. What?
Oh shit. Well, shit. Ah! I can't
You
be live.
Why can't you be live? You look
Do
fabulous.
you hear me?
How
Because
are
I
you?
swear all the time.
I don't swear.
You're probably hearing an echo because the sound on my phone doesn't work, so I have to use this Bluetooth. So
That's
I'm
why
probably
hearing
ruining it. Yeah.
So you're no. We're only experimenting anyway. Because what we
Okay.
want to do is get people to engage. I
Okay.
can put up to 10 people on this screen at once.
Okay.
And so if we can get people to come in, so I interview a guy in people in Russia. I interview people in France for my radio show, right? And I'm using this platform.
So what is the trap thing for then? Hold on. I got to take off my
Well,
shoes.
the trap thing.
Are you
The trap thing is totally separate.
okay? So this isn't the trap thing. Wait, my glasses
It
are on
is
my
the
head.
trap thing. No. It's totally separate from all my stuff. What it is for is what I'm asking everybody to do is to come and give like you can upload about things that you're doing, things your family is doing. It's more of a mini Facebook, or we can get on here and talk about it. I'm trying to get Mother to let me interview her and get history. These things can stick around for a while. And you can read them when you want. So if everybody either emails or texts me their 3-minute video or sends it through whatever, I put it on this channel, and whenever anybody feels like it, they can go to the channel and watch what everybody's doing. David is David has done something he calls David's Daily Dose, and it's a under 3-minute video, and he just gets on and says something he wants to do for 3 minutes. And so I think it's more of a we don't communicate enough, and so it'd be nice if we tried to do so, and
Yeah.
people jumped on and said something, or just jumped on and listened to other people BS, because we all do it. And so I'm typing on the that little chat, but nobody answers. And your name doesn't let me spell because your name doesn't exist.
It comes up as Cloister, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Jeremy calls me Cloister all the time.
I call you cholesterol, so it's all the same. Oh, and it changed the way I spelled it to CA. So
Oh, yeah.
CO.
It's always CA. It freaking drives me nuts. No,
Yeah.
I'm Colista.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so I could do Oh, so it's sending
You
me
can do it
messages
too
now.
on StreamYard. You can do the same thing. You can invite whoever you want. Anybody who makes comments and is watching on YouTube, the comments show up here, and I can make it so you can see them. I can change the brand, and I can change how things. I can change a lot of things. It's a really cool program. Now I use the paid version, but only because I'm using it for international things and stuff like that. But you can sign up for the free one. David has a free version, and it's not really any different. And if I allow you, you could upload things to your own. It allows you to upload simultaneously to Facebook, to X, to Instagram. You can upload to 3 different places at once, and so I do some of that, because I have my radio program every day, and I'm starting to do it live stream video and radio at the same time, and trying to make it where it's not only just on the radio, it's on video too. So that's
Well,
kinda
I've
cool.
seen like a couple of your videos, but you're speaking in Russian and I don't understand
Well, I
you.
have, and that's why I changed it. So I have now I have the Russian channel, which is Международный вкус, which means international flavor, but in Russian, and then I have international flavor in English, and now I have all things trap, and I'm considering opening one for my real estate stuff too, to put videos up there and stuff like that. It's kind of cool and it's fun, and it just, and it's live. I mean, we can talk to each other, and it gets stored. It's always recorded. It saves for me 50 hours worth of recordings, and then once you upload them to YouTube, they stay on YouTube forever too, unless you go delete them. And so it's kind of a learning thing, and I didn't want to stay on here too long. I wanted to stay about a half an hour and give people a chance to log in if they wanted to click on the link and see if they could do it. You can share it with your kids, with whoever's interested, can get on and talk. And it might be something where we would do a like a scheduled time every Saturday and just call it Trap Live, and then everybody can either join in or not. So if we did this at 9 p.m. on a Saturday, like we just did, me and David will start, and then whoever comes, and then we can have like round robin discussions, and everybody can talk and find out what everybody's doing, or it gets recorded and other people can listen to it later anyway. So if I convince Mom to come on, or somebody else does, or whoever comes on, we can record the whole thing, and everybody can have access to it to watch later. If they didn't watch it live, they can watch it later. It'll become their favorite TV program.
It could. I've had so many people say that I should start. Well, I have a YouTube channel, but that I should start like posting on it again, because
well, you should. Your live one, and then you could post it on All Things Trap too, because I'm starting to put all of my stuff on Trap. We have a huge family, and we don't even know who half of them are. I couldn't name your kids. I couldn't name your kids. I could probably get through the ones I know, but the other ones I know too. I don't mean that, but it's like it's I can't keep track of that. How Mom keeps track, I don't know. We don't keep track enough of each other. And I think it would be beautiful if we did, or at least had the chance to see what everybody else was doing. And so I don't know if you can be. So I got David to do it, but I harass him all the time. I never harass. And so if I harass you and get you to do it, maybe the 3 of us could start harassing somebody else, and pretty soon somebody else will show up. And but the only way to do it is to be consistent about it. And whether that means having something like this once a week, or everybody post their own so people get used to going out to that channel and clicking on what everybody's doing. Now I know people have Facebook and people have that stuff, but this is more just trap related, you know. Facebook blocked me a long time ago. They don't let me do crap. And
Why?
well, I don't know. First they said it happened during COVID, and they quit letting me advertise. And then I started fighting it, and they said I was a pedophile, that I had posted some pictures of children. No, that's horse shit, of course, but that's what they said I was posting. I posted inappropriate child video, and that is nuts.
Yeah.
You know, and then you can't get a human online. You cannot get a human. Now they've started letting me post things again, but for like 3-4 years I couldn't do anything. And all I do now is I do this live on Facebook. So Facebook Live now has my international flavor goes live also. And so people can comment on that, but I don't even get on Facebook anymore. I use Facebook Marketplace every once in a while, but that's it.
So wait a minute. So if this is a channel to communicate with family members, we can't divulge all the secrets, right?
All what secrets?
Well, that's a mild joke, but like,
You have.
Like my
What?
secrets? Don't
no,
tell my
like,
secrets.
what do we talk about? Do we?
Whatever you want. You
You're
know,
the one
I'm here in a closet with a green screen, and I created a green room in my closet. I have a walk-in closet. I have 2 of them, and so one of them I turned into a green room, and I can put whatever background back there I want, any picture I want
That's
on the
sweet.
video. Yeah, and so I'm playing around with it and trying to get good at it, and I intend to keep doing. I intend to keep doing it. More of the build it and they will come kind of thing, you know.
Yeah.
And
Well, that's what I've heard
hopefully-
about YouTube. That consistency is key to.
Yep, and
Like,
you got to
just
keep
gotta
doing
keep
it,
doing it,
or
even when
they-
people
or-
aren't.
even
aren't
when people
watching.
aren't watching. Yeah, you got to keep doing it. And then they, you know, I do so many of them. I just get on there and do stupid crap every day about whatever I want to, and you know, so people watch it. But I was getting, man, I have like 4 million views already on my channel, but I was getting 20,000-30,000 a day. Now I'm getting about 30,000 a month, and all
What?
from Russia. It's all from Russia. I have 15,000 subscribers, and
Wow.
yeah, it's. And and I think they're blocking me now because my views are, you know, not in line with what YouTube thinks they ought to be, and I think they're blocking me now, is what I think. So.
Well,
Mhm.
I could. What could I do? I'm a hardcore off-roader now. I'm on the phone.
An off-roader. What are you talking about?
Like, wait, hold on. I'll talk to you in a minute. So we, Jeremy
Get out.
bought a Jeep. Yeah, go away. God. Jeremy bought a Jeep, and then like when we moved to Utah, we didn't have any friends, and he was like, "I
Where-
joined this Jeep." What?
Where do you live?
Well, now we're in Eagle Mountain because our life
Oh, my-
fell apart. Yeah,
You're
Eagle,
bu-
like where Jeff used to live.
Jeff still lives there with Curtis.
I thought he moved to Saratoga.
What the hell? I don't think.
Yeah. See, those are the secrets you're not supposed to divulge right there. And now you're
Saratoga
giving
and
out
Eagle
secrets.
Mountain are like right next to each other. Like they intermingle. But
Did he take Curtis?
Intermingling in Utah?
can you imagine? So
well,
we
you
joined
have
this Jeep group. Do what?
They have mixed people.
Oh yeah.
Oh, man.
And we have met some of the best people I've ever met in my life. And we're out in the mountains every weekend, all week. That's where I just came from. We just dropped our freaking drive shaft on the middle of a 215. And our Jeep friends had to come like tow us off the road. But we do some
Wow.
wild and crazy shit. Like it's really cool. Things I never thought I'd be doing, but it's amazing. And
I bet it is. Don't hurt yourself.
I'm excited about it.
Well,
Like
you should be.
we're running with some of the top off-roaders like in the country and like all the big brands and stuff. Now if I can just start making some money off of it somehow, because we lost half our income and we were like riding high for a little bit and we were like, look at all this, like we're grown-ups now. We have
The
money
story
to pay
of
for things.
life. The story
And
of
then it
life.
Never
Yeah.
grown-ups.
And then
We're
it
never.
just went
Mhm.
and I feel like we're back at square one. But you know what the funny thing is?
Well, see how
is that-
interesting this is? You're telling your story, and people will now listen, and you can point people and go, hey, we did this. People tell their stories. This is good stuff.
I think so. I think we're all pretty interesting.
Mhm.
But
Well,
I
you
think-
know who, Sammy, do you know who Callista looked like?
Who does Calista look like?
Jimmy.
Now she looks like Ginny, but she
What?
didn't. But
She
she never
didn't
did before. You
Yeah.
never did before. Never, never, never. But now you do kind of.
Oh,
And
Yeah.
you
hold on.
always-
Like who?
Jenny,
her Ginny,
yours.
your
Oh,
sister.
Jenny. Oh, I'm like, who? Okay. The other day, I flipped my hair to this side. It's not going to matter now, but I flipped it to this side and I did this.
That's
her
a Susan
face.
right there.
Susan, it's Susan, right? I look
Yeah.
like Susan.
Yeah.
And she's got her lips
That's
like
a
this going,
Susan.
Callista,
If you can
you
look
know what
down
you
your
need to
nose at
do.
people, if you look down your nose at people, you might get. Nah.
Susan's gonna watch this and be like, "What?"
Well, that's a joke. She's never been anything but wonderful to me. So I just saying you were looking down your nose when you did it. It was like,
That's
Right?
really quick.
I turned it and I looked at Jeremy. I go, "Who do I look like?" And he's like, "I don't know, you." And I'm like, "No, I look like Susan."
yeah.
But
Well,
I guess it
you
makes
had
sense.
you had the Susan thing going, and then you had the Ginny thing going. You've never had the Vicky thing
Yeah.
going. What's up with that?
Yeah, I don't know. You guys tell me.
I don't know. But,
But
well, I'm
Oh,
really
yeah.
glad
Well-
you joined us. How about that? And
Yeah.
nobody else has read the text message. You obviously saw the text message, so
Yeah.
it'd be foolish to think that other people didn't, because they should have. But nobody answers. Nobody. Mom doesn't answer me. Never. You know, and when I text her, I told her to join because it'd be fun to have her on. You know, and we can put,
She probably
like I
can't
said,
figure it out.
10 people on the screen. 10. So
I think it'd be cool if we could do it.
I think so
Well,
too.
I'm-
Well, what we're gonna do then is we're gonna say that. Are you gonna be around next Saturday? I mean, with the holidays coming, who the hell knows? But today is the 14th. Next Saturday is the 21st.
Oh boy. Yeah, I mean,
do it a-
typically weekends I don't have, especially in the summer. We're out from like 7 a.m. till like way after dark. In the summer till like 10 o'clock. And sometimes we camp. And I don't have signal on the weekends typically. But like I said, we just dropped our drive shaft on the freeway. So Jeremy's down in the garage fixing it now.
You want to hear a horror story real quick?
Yeah.
You remember that camper I bought from you?
Why did I smile at that? Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I do.
That's
Yeah,
okay.
I remember the
So
camper.
the camper I bought from you, I stored it in my buddy's warehouse. It's been there for not quite a year. And I called him about 3 weeks ago because I was up there when we sold that house in Missouri. I was up there and I told him I would, as soon as I had a place to put it, I'd drive up and pick it up. And he goes, oh, I can stay there. It doesn't matter. No. So I went out, checked it out. I had permanent tags, had all this stuff on it. And so a week ago, I called him up and I said, hey, I think I'm coming up there around Christmas. I got my truck all prepped up, ready to go. Hey, I said, can you go see, make sure the tires are full and stuff like that? And he goes, yeah, I'll have my manager go out there. The manager goes out there. He goes, oh man, that trailer hasn't been here in several months. Somebody stole it. Yeah,
What?
it's gone. I was going to take it and turn it into a mobile podcast thing and drag it around the country and do this around the country in my little mobile podcast studio. And now I got to start all over. And that was a cool thing. You know, you had torn out a lot of the inside, but it was savable, definitely savable. And I'd cleaned it all out. It was all cleaned. It was ready to go. I'd made sure it worked. I bought a new battery. I did all these things back in September when I was in there, or August, whatever it was. And now I tell him I'm coming up to see it. He said somebody took it. It said it's gone. So I reported to the police, but you know how that goes. I'm never going to see that damn thing again.
Yeah.
No, it's gone. Somebody's probably living in it, turned it into a meth lab, you know?
Yeah, I was going to say, it's like in some back hills of freaking Missouri.
In somebody's woods as a meth lab.
That freaking sucks. Ugh.
Yeah.
Stupid people.
Yeah. Well, I haven't done enough with it, and it was 2.5 years ago. I bought it from you, or 2 or something. It was a while ago. And but I was all I was trying to do was find a place to put it so I could work on it at home. And now I got a place, and now I was bringing it up, gone. Same old crap, you know.
Was his
every
place
time.
like
now I'm telling
stuff?
you what, if I didn't have plans for it, it'd sit there for 30 years until the guy says, you know, hey, you're gonna have to pay me, you know, and then I'd have to go pick it up, and he'd tell me I owe him $5,000 for storing it, you know. And you know, if I
you'd owe him more than it's worth.
Yeah, if I didn't want it, it would be there and I'd owe twice as much. But now that I want it and everything was fine, of course it's gone. You know?
It's not funny, but it kind of is.
Oh, it's funny. It's funny.
Like, isn't that just how things go?
Well,
dumb.
Yeah, that's the old Trappist. The old Trappist.
That's true.
Well, I'm very glad to hear from you, and I'm very glad you participated. So what I'm going to do is ask you to get on that text thing and say, hey, I did that. It was cool. Join us next week. Do something. Okay. And then upload a video or do a 3-minute vertical video, just like you're vertical now. Do a 3-minute or less than 3 minute. Has to be less. Do a 3-minute video, whether you post it on your own channel or not, send it to me so I can post it on All Things Trap. And then I'll make everybody who wants to be an admin of All Things Trap, and people can upload their own stuff. That doesn't bother me at all, you know, and let people in. The more the merrier. I got to get David in, but I like doing this joint thing as a live stream so we can do this once a week or whenever somebody feels like they want to. You know, we can do this anytime. And you know, that's kind of what I wanted to do.
The one other thing you can do. One other thing you can do, Cliz, what I do, which is just make a 3-minute video every day, and have a different subject. I try to do it along the same lines as what Sam is talking about on his radio show, and you know, and other, you know, like daily things that are going on here in America and abroad. And what I find is it's easy to do a 2 to 3 minute video. And if you do it every day and you start to post those, people will want to hear more, you know, because the traps are halfway intelligent, and our comments or our thoughts are for the most part, actually thought provoking. So we can talk about off-roading. We can talk about, sports, soccer, school. Sam with his international things. And I commented, he did a show last night. Was it last night, Sammy, that you talked about those guys being
it was
beheaded?
Friday. Yeah.
Yeah, and I commented that today. Let me tell you, that's, and we're not afraid to say what we're thinking. So and that's something that will draw more than just traps. Hopefully it gets all of our sons, all of our daughters, all of our grandkids to actually know who we are.
Yeah.
Well, that's true
So,
too.
and maybe
That's
I'll
why I
even
want
find out that
Mom to get on here, because
boy,
she ain't
Mr.
getting any younger, and it'd be nice to get a nice interview with her. I have all of Dad's old audio. We could upload that family video so people could watch that. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
We could upload that video, and I'll digitize it before too long, if I haven't already. And I'll digitize it and upload it. And I've got all of Dad's audio, his stories of Nauvoo and whatnot.
Yeah.
I could put that up, and there's Mom has some stories. Even if she got on and told all the dirt about every one of us, it would be freaking hilarious no matter what anyway. And she could get on and tell her things. But sometimes I think, and Mom, if you're listening, if you're watching, but I love Mom. Everybody loves Mom and wants it. But sometimes I think she's contrary just to be contrary. I want her to come on and do this, and I've been bugging her for a week, and I keep sending, well, it's the same, and then but somebody needs to force her. If she ain't gonna talk to me, she needs to talk to somebody. But I have people on my radio program, both in Russia and in America, saying you need to interview your mother, and we'll listen, because in Russia, a woman with 12 children is a hero of the nation. And the president, every time someone has 12 children, the president, they get invited to the Kremlin. This has been going on in Soviet Union times too. They get invited to the Kremlin. They get a hero badge pinned on them. And they're just like a war hero of the Soviet Union. They get the exact same badge. You're a hero of the country.
That makes so much sense.
It really does. And
a mom of 12
and
does
that is
deserve
what
a
they do.
freaking badge.
And I'm telling you, and everybody in Russia is going, I did a little video of Mom in September, and then I said something because I was at their, what is that called? Labor Day thing. It's at Vicky's house. And I did a quick recording of Mom, and she was funny. And I put her on the YouTube, and I go, here's my mom. She's got 12 kids. She'd be a hero of Russia, of the country. And everybody's like, oh, more from your mother, more from your mother. And they're talking about, they want to hear from my mother. And Mom doesn't speak Russian, but heck, even in English, that this on YouTube, it automatically subtitles mine in English and in Russian, so you can get those subtitles. So
yeah, that's what I'd like to understand. Oh,
that's you can do it. You can subtitle it. Hey, I'm sorry to keep you so long. You can get to whatever you're getting to.
You're good.
You tell Jeremy I say hello, and
oh,
by the way, he can follow the same link, So everybody, I mean, husbands and wives are welcome. Why not? And they can get on too. And so kids, it doesn't matter if your kids want to get on, that's fine too. It's whoever shows up. And you can have a different show all the time. And for a while it'll be me. I'll make Dave an admin on my StreamYard account, and then he can handle a show like this too. He can do the show, do whatever you want to call it, do the stream. Because I think it'd be really cool to have a stream like this. And it is public, so you kind of want to watch what you put out, but I don't care what, I think it'd be kind of funny and interesting to hear what we do. And we have so many people in the family, and we can control who actually gets on the screen. I don't care that it's open to the world. We can block it if we want to members only or something like that. We can do that at any time we want and just have it be members. But while we're trying to build members, I want it open, so people can get to it, So thank you
So
both.
on-
I hope you tell people. Oh, somebody's here. Mark is here. Where are you, Maki?
There's another
Really?
one.
I don't see.
Well, I'm on a live
Well-
stream.
He's in the dark.
My family.
I'm
Why are you in the
driving.
dark, Mark?
We just got home from our ward Christmas party, so I'm driving and I can't look at the camera.
That's awesome. But you're still on. So we have on this camera, we have me, David, Callista, and now you. How about that?
That's
Jeremy,
good.
say hi.
What's going on? What's this for?
What's this for?
I mean, what's
It's
what's
because we want to
happening?
get people. We want to get people used to making commentary and talking to each other online. Oh, I see your hand. There you are. I see something.
Oh, probably my hand. Yeah, I just pulled up the stoplight.
Primarily from.
That's
So
awesome.
So it's
Wait,
primarily.
Mark.
on the 3-minute
Oh my goodness.
introductory video, I'm just supposed to say like, "Hey, I'm Callista, and I'm here." Wait,
You say
what do I
whatever
tell
you
about
want.
myself?
Well, who cares? Anything you want to. It's you.
Well, look.
And you just, David, your
What?
sound's cutting out a little bit. What?
Can you
David,
hear me now?
Yeah,
I can.
Hello?
Mhm.
Yeah, can you hear me?
yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So what I told Callista is look at the introductory videos that are already on there. I think Sam has one, and I know I have one. I'm trying to get my 4 boys to put one on, because they're interested in being on the radio and communicating. So all you have to do is a 2 to 3 minute video. It doesn't take that much effort.
No, it really doesn't. And if you just get on, if you come up with a funny story, tell a funny story about something, and then we post them. Because my thought process when I put this together and I built the YouTube channel, All Things Trap, it was just I could get on there and tell stories. David and I did an interview the other day, for example, and one of the stories was about how Mike broke his hand chasing David in the house in Midvale, and I saw it. I watched it happen, and he went to punch David, and David ducked, and he hit the wall, and then he yelled and said, "David broke my hand." And David goes, I didn't break your hand, you idiot. You broke your own hand. What do you want me to let you hit me? And there's, we had a lot of stories, of what happened in life. And it might be nice sometimes for our kids to, for mom, mom, I want to hear mom's stories about all of us lunatics, because mom put up with all of us in one way or another. Some were, more the good kids than others, and but my thought process in putting the channel together was, look, yes, you can say whatever you want, but I don't know. I want to get people to. We have such a wealth of information and good people and smart people that it'd be nice to hear from them all. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
My kids don't
Well,
know anybody. Like they'll talk about you guys, and they're like, "Who's that? Which one's that?" I've never met him. I'm like, "Yes, you have. You've," but yeah, they don't know you guys well enough, and I
No.
don't know a lot of my nieces and nephews well enough.
Me neither. And
I know
I
the older ones that were there, close. Like I know Lauren and Sarah probably the best of all. But yeah, I agree. I will totally make a 3-minute video, and I'm gonna be.
Well, and
I'll
you,
be
I mean, you don't have to
ridiculous
do it
like
every
every time
day.
I talk. What?
Well, you shouldn't. David's making one every day. I'm doing one once a week or something. I'm whenever I feel like it, you know, and most of it is just to get people interested in listening to, you know, whatever, you know, about their family. I do a radio show every day. That's scrolling across the bottom of the screen. It's on damradio.com. It's on Central Time at 4 p.m. to 5:30, and then I do a Russian version 3 times a week on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but 1 o'clock Florida time. You don't obviously listen to that one, but sometimes it has subtitles, you know. And then I also throw up random videos that I record in Russian and in English. And so I have an English channel called International Flavor, a Russian channel called Mezhdy Narodny Vkus, and now All Things Trap. And I want All Things Trap to be about traps. You know, there's a lot of us. And, you know, there's some pretty impressive ones. Hello, Mark. And then
Hello.
the rest of there's some of us regular ones that aren't so impressive.
Regular
but
ones.
you know, we can that don't mean we can't tell about ourselves and our families and stuff like that. And if your kids want to get on and do something and find out who their uncles and aunts are, or their cousins, or start to do things like that, this little platform and this screen, you can put 10 faces on there at once. And so 10 people can be sitting there. And again, and right now we're live streaming on YouTube right now. And so anybody that doesn't want to participate can watch on YouTube and make and create comments, you know. And the more people that are on the channel, they will get notified every time the channel has something added to it. And so you know how the notifications work on YouTube. You just say, you know, I want to be notified if anything happens on this channel, and just make it part of everybody's on YouTube anyway. Just make it part of your routine to watch some of your family members once in a while, and or comment on their stuff, or upload your own and tell about yourself. You know, we don't do a very good job of getting our nieces, nephews, getting together and doing stuff. And I really want to do an interview of Mama for have her on here. I think it'd be a lot of fun to get her on. And it's not hard. It's just you're right on your phone. It doesn't cost you anything to be on this screen. You know, it can be a lot of fun. So I do hope that everybody joins in on it. And I don't know, see if anybody else. Mark, did you get us from the text thing that I sent around?
I saw a text that just when I was leaving the thing. It was a text. It was there's texts to like the whole group, I think.
Yeah,
Right.
how
And all you got to do is click on that link. And what we were talking about before you joined us is having a like a Saturday night standard time, or pick a night, doesn't matter. And we just put something out there and say we're going to get together and talk. Whoever shows up. And then, but it also is getting recorded and streamed on YouTube at the same time. And so you can always watch it later after it's done, you know. So, but you can either watch it while it's live streaming and then it uploads to YouTube. And once the final upload is on there, you'll get a notification that it's there too, if you're a member or if you've subscribed to All Things Trap on the channel. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do is build something like that. David has been very helpful and participatory, sending his videos to me. And then if people would send me a 3-minute video, I'll upload it. And before too long, I'll add some admins or make everybody an admin, and they can upload their own if they know how. But if you don't know how or you don't want to, just do a 3-minute video and and text it to me, and I'll upload it, and it'll be there, and so people can check it out. And then if you haven't already, go to search for at All Things Trap and subscribe to it. And every time something new is uploaded, you'll get noticed or notified. I mean, you'll get notified. So that's the plan.
Sweet. I like
And let
it.
your kids and kids know, and your nieces and nephews know, and because the more they know, and the more intriguing that we can make this. I mean, Callista, I don't even know you. It's been so long since I've seen you, since I interacted with you, that it's like, I know I have a little baby sister, but she's no longer.
Who's now what, 40? How old are you? 40 something?
Don't talk about it. No, yeah, I'm
Oh,
40.
Well,
Sure. I'm
what I need to
45.
know.
I'm 45
What?
years old. Yeah, what?
Oh my
That's
God,
freaking
I'm ancient.
crazy.
Oh no, you.
I'm freaking ancient.
Yeah. 45 years old. I'm going to turn 46 in March. I'm losing my mind. Like, how?
My sister
So wait,
is
Christopher
almost old.
older.
What does that mean about me? That means I'm already old. I
That
turned
means
60
you
this
guys
year.
are super old.
I turned 60 this year. I'll be 60 freaking years old.
Isn't that nuts? Do you feel it? Because
I
don't
really
feel
don't. And that's the weird
No.
part, is I don't feel it at all.
I don't feel that old either. And
No.
but apparently it's a fact.
Okay, so, Callista,
What?
I'm getting married to a 46-year-old.
What the crap? You're robbing the cradle. I'm kidding.
I'd rather not
Are you?
talk about that.
She has.
She's my age. That's what Matt did. Matt married someone younger than me. And I was like, wait a minute. What's happening? But I
You know how
love
old my wife is? You know how old my wife is, don't you?
Oh,
shit.
young.
Is he even younger? How
She's a
old
Younger
baby.
than my
that-
children.
Oh my God. It's all right. You guys can do what you want.
This is America. It's America.
That's
So,
it. What?
My fiance has a 5-year-old, a 7-year-old, and an 8-year-old.
Are
I
you
think
crazy?
he's nuts. I mean,
You're
my
starting. You're gonna
thought,
start over.
I think he's nuts. When I
Sorry,
got
man.
divorced from the old Janice monster, I went and met Mr. Snippy immediately. So there wouldn't be any more little kids. They're
Yeah,
not
we
going to
got
be any
Jeremy
of that.
snipped after Viv.
Oh, baby, it's
No
Mr. Snippy
way.
time, and off you run. I don't want to be 90 and have a 5-year-old in the, because I don't know what. I married a 19-year-old or something stupid. I don't need any of that. And
I also have 3 grandkids, which is also blowing my mind. And I will not let them call me grandma. I'm like, I still have kids at home. Like, they call me Coco, and that's good. Right, Coco.
Coco?
Grandma?
What are you, a dog? You're the
No,
dog? I mean, come on.
Coco, like Callista, and then just 2 of those. Coco.
Coco the dog. It's like,
I'd rather be called Coco than Grandma. It's so weird. In fact, 2 of them are downstairs right now because they come over here to do their laundry. So, yeah, it's crazy. I can't believe I.
well, that is freaking awesome.
I have a 19-year-old grandson.
Wait, is that Liam?
No, Liam's only 7.
Dang it. I was going to say, is he like that? Liam, my Liam just turned 20, which is crazy because I thought it was his 21st birthday. And I was like, happy birthday. Like we were singing for a cake and I'm like, 21 years old. And he's like, Mom, I'm only 20. So then I looked at Cedric and Tristan. I'm like, how old are you guys? I thought they were
Then you had
23
to
and
take back
25.
the alcohol, didn't you? You had to take back the bottle of alcohol you bought that kid.
Hey, I was
Oh,
Liam.
Callista.
Liam wouldn't have a drink even if he wouldn't. Liam's just not that kind of
Well, I'm
kid,
glad you didn't
which
buy
was
it for
awesome.
him then.
But my other boys would have a drink, but not Liam.
Mm.
But yeah, I tried to age him up a year. I'm like, I'm sorry, Liam. I thought it was an odd year because all my kids turn, like, there's even years, not they all turn an even number or an odd number, and I thought it was an odd year. So anyway, yeah. But no, he's 20. So which one of your grandkids is 20 or 19 then, Dave?
Right?
David?
Right.
Who?
Who? David, I'm still having trouble hearing you. You're doing something weird with your microphone.
Ryan. Ryan.
Ryan. Okay, that's right. That's right. Man.
Hey, you know what we look like? We look like the Brady Bunch. You know, this is the little bubble that comes out. The youngest one in curls. Right there it
The
is.
Brady Bunch. Do, 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 do.
Yeah, she's the youngest one, and here's a story of an idiot named David. Here's a story of a lunatic named Bonnie.
Yeah. Popped out all
Oh.
those kids.
Bonnie and Clifford. That, you know, it's Clifford and Bonnie and Clifford. That's very close to the old Bonnie and Clyde. You know, that's pretty close. The Bonnie and Clifford Show. That's what we ought to change the name of the channel to. The Bonnie and
Yeah.
Clifford Show. That'd be funny as
I
hell.
like
That's
it.
better than All Things Trap. I'm changing it. The Bonnie and
The
Clifford Show.
Bonnie and Clifford Show. I love it.
Well,
Well,
because
you
she
really-
was always in charge anyway. So her name has to come first because she was in charge. The Bonnie and Clifford Show. Brought to you tonight by the makers of Scum.
Or spam.
The first ever combined salad dressing and foot ointment. I stole that from Monty Python. But Ano
Well,
gum. The gum that keeps those other cheeks fresh all week long. No?
That's
I think
awesome.
this is a good idea. I'm going to make a 3-minute video and I'll send it. Well, not tonight. I'll make a 3-minute video
Or whenever.
tomorrow. And
Yep. And insist that Jeremy do one. Make everybody do a 3-minute video and send it to me, and I'll upload it. Jeremy's cool. He can do it. And
He
he
can
has a
do it.
phone.
Let's get
Don't tell
him
me
to
the
do
people don't have phones. They got phones.
Well, I'm the worst with my phone. Jeremy's got his phone glued to him. I lose mine every time I set it down.
Well,
I'll film him for
either
him.
way, that'd be awesome
And-
too. And then we can plan on. I mean, if not every week, every other week, once a month. Who cares? But put something out there where we do a live stream and people tune in for it. And so I want to make an effort at least to develop this channel. Ginny said she wanted to as well, and she was sending me a 3-minute, but it never arrived. And so I'll harass her the next time I talk to her. And people can send their 3-minute ones, and I'll keep sending out the links that are out there because I'm doing it anyway, and David is doing it anyway. And so might be that me and David are just talking to the two of us, and now you and Mark can do a 3-minute video. He's always got interesting stuff to say, and that would
Sam,
be great.
I
Of
thought
course.
the purpose of the channel was like to record like stories, like you said.
Well, I want to, but this live stream is totally different. I want to interview you about your book. Absolutely. And I interviewed David for an hour and a half and talked about his soccer connections and all of that. and that I put on
I don't
my
mean about my book. I
on my
meant like, I
radio
thought that-
program.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I don't mean about my book. I mean, like I thought the All Things Trap channel was going to be like a history channel, kind of like 3-minute videos of like stories and history of the Trap family. Like, here's what
Yes.
happened when I was growing up, and here's, oh, did you know this about the Trap family, or did you know that?
That should be part of it. I still have my Trap family, the Trap family crest that I bought in Europe when I was in Austria. And the last time I was at the Trap family mansion, I bought the crest and the family. I have the whole poster of it. And I could read, I intend to read that off. But yeah, it's that too, Mark. And that's I want that's why I want Mom. I want her to tell her stories. I want to tell stories about you and me creating baseball games. You remember that? And growing up in Minnesota and all the crap we did, all the dangerous crap we did. Do you remember that huge pile of snow and that enormous pile of snow right in front of the schoolhouse? And it was like 12 feet tall, and we're digging
It was
out
higher than
underneath
that.
it. That damn thing could have
It was up
collapsed on
above
us
the
at any
house.
minute. I know.
I
And
tell
it was
people
taller
about it
than
and
the
they don't
taller than
believe
the
it. I'm
building,
like-
and we're digging
I'm like,
tunnels
yeah,
like idiots.
This
in
thing
there.
had to be 20 feet high. And there
I
we
know.
had forts on each side, and we had a tunnel through the middle of it.
We were nuts, and we stayed in it until freaking April, and it was it could have collapsed on us at any minute. The fact that we're not dead is. Do you remember teaching people how to pee on the electric fence?
Yeah.
What the crap are you talking about?
Well, peeing on electric fence is not the way to go. That's a bad plan.
Who was it that ran into that telephone pole when we were playing baseball with the top of their head? Wasn't it like Russ or you or something, or one
Probably
of us?
Mike.
Like just
I don't
like,
remember it.
looked up.
I don't remember, but I remember the event. Do you remember Russ chasing me around the yard with a dead snake, and then he's chasing me all over, and I'm screaming and carrying on. Russ was evil, and
He chased me with
it's
live
a
snakes.
snake. It's a snake. And then he stomped on this rat in the middle of the yard. He stepped on a mouse. He just stomped on it. I was like, Russ, it's a mouse. It's a rodent.
Yeah, it's a rodent, he said.
Yeah, it's a rodent.
He threw a snake at me and it landed on my back and wrapped around my neck. And I still
I
have
remember
nightmares
that too.
about it.
Yep.
What?
We were always seeing
He
snakes
chased
when
me
we were
around
out playing
swinging a
baseball.
snake over his head like a helicopter.
What?
Yep.
What?
He was swinging a
That's what he
snake
did.
over his head as he chased me, like swinging this snake as I'm running across the yard. And then he threw it at me, and I didn't have a shirt on, and it landed on my back and like went around like curled up around my neck.
If
I
only there were
remember.
phones back then so that you guys could have recorded it.
He was always chasing you around with snakes. I have dreams of like that our yards in Minnesota are filled with
Yep.
snakes. And I have to like
They were
walk
full of
through
snakes.
them.
There were snakes everywhere.
But I mean
What,
like
just
3
like
feet
garter
high of
snakes?
snakes. And it's because of Russ. I have
Because
those
of
dreams and I
Russ.
wake up in the middle of the night because I get bit by a snake because I'm walking through 3 feet of snakes in our yard.
3 feet of snakes. You've got to tell him that you need compensation for some therapy to get
That's
the
right.
snakes out of your brain.
You probably don't like what's the movie with Indiana Jones? That you probably don't like
yeah,
that.
Temple of
So,
Doom.
I'm not like
Where
Or
I
no,
was
no,
thinking
Raiders of the
them, but
Lost
it's-
Ark.
I don't like
Or I guess
snakes,
all
that's
of
for
them.
Sure.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's funny.
But,
That poor
listen,
snake,
guys, I got
though.
home. I gotta go inside and get my tie off and everything. But
Well, we're gonna close this up anyway. It's been an hour. Hey, thank you very much, Mark. And if we can get a 3-minute video from you, just take one of anything you want to talk about. do an intro like I did. Say, I'm Mark. Here's blah, 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 blah. And I'll tell some stories. And you don't have to do it every day. Just every once in a while, throw up a story of whatever. Do you remember me putting a metal ladder against the power line and getting thrown 50 feet across the yard? Yeah.
I don't remember being a part of it, but I do remember hearing about it now that you say it.
Yeah, mom said to go paint the outside, and I take this metal ladder and I put it right up against the thing that was connected it through the ladder and me all the way across the yard. I should have been dead. I remember you getting run over, Callista. Do you remember that? You're too
Well, I
young
don't
to
remember it,
that.
but I feel
Yeah.
like I remember it because I've told the story so many times because mom and dad told me the story. I feel like well, obviously I was there, but I feel like I remember it, even though I don't remember it. But I do
remember seeing Dad carrying you, and I never saw a guy so white. I remember watching him carry you from, because Mark, weren't you in the outside yard with me when it happened? I think you might have been there.
I remember Dad carrying her too. She
I
had a tire
remember-
mark right across her face,
Yep.
right across her head, and her hair
He
was
went
all
over
like
your
torn
head.
off
He
because
went over your
the
head.
tire went across here and tore out a bunch of
You
your
know,
hair.
I want to know. They always talk about like people that get like, you know, head like traumatic brain injuries and stuff, like their personality changes. I want to know if I was like this mild mannered, like calm child, and then like turned into like this bouncing silly person.
Well, you were only about 4. You might even have been 3.
I think I was
That's
younger than that. I want to say I was like 2 or something.
Yeah, she was younger than
That's
that.
possible.
She was like 18 months or 2 years old or something. Less
Yeah,
than that. Sue
remember-
was watching her, or supposed to be watching her.
So it's Susan's fault.
It's probably Sue's fault.
Dang it,
But I
Susan.
remember Dad carrying you. And I remember like almost ready to bawl because I thought you were dead. You know, it's not that I saw it, but I saw the car. You were on the other side of the car, and I saw him back up, and you were like running to the car to say goodbye or do something, and he didn't see. He was in a hurry, and he just backed right over you. And as soon as he did, he stopped and he got out and he grabbed you, and I remember him picking you up, and you weren't crying. There wasn't any
Yeah,
crying.
you weren't doing anything. Somebody said when they drove off real quick, somebody was like, "Callista's dead." Somebody said
Yep. Hell, it could have
Really?
been me because you were not moving, nothing, and you did have a tire went over your head,
That's
and
pretty
you were young
crazy,
enough
right?
that it shouldn't. Say what?
Whenever I tell anyone this story, they're like, "You did not get your head run over." I'm like, "No,
Oh,
I'm
you
serious."
sure did.
Like,
You sure
Mom
did.
had the little outfit that I wore, and you could see a tire mark going up it, but I think it burnt in the fire. But I know I saw
don't
it. It was
remember
like
that at all.
it was like
but
pink overalls, and there was a tire mark going all the way up the side of the thing, and then I guess it went up my head too. No, I don't remember, thank God. Or maybe I wish I
Well,
do remember. But
tell
I
you
can
what,
only imagine that Dad probably felt like this big, you know, like he probably felt. So every time we talk
oh,
about it,
he
like Mom
felt
would
far
laugh.
worse than that. He felt far worse. There was
Oh,
you could
I
tell
bet.
immediately that was a crushed man right there. So
Yeah.
that was it.
Oh yeah.
And
I can imagine.
he looked white as a sheet, and Dad always had something to say, but he had nothing to say right then. And that was a hell of an event. And but there are plenty of stories that we could tell. Mark's got to get in and do what he's doing. I'm going to turn it off because it's more than an hour. But I definitely think this is awesome. And yes, Mark, we do want to tell more stories about our youth and about growing up and about all the stuff that we've done that we don't know about each other. Callista was just telling us that she's an off-roader now, and we would take stories about that. You know, whatever you got interesting in your life, we want to hear about it. But I want to get Mom to tell Mom stories, because she's got to have thousands of them about all of us. And I know she does. And I'd love to get her on to tell them. And I want to interview her separately. I think all of us should interview her and do a separate thing. So
You know,
anyway,
you told
I
me
hope it works.
that- real
Yeah.
quick, I my claim to fame on the trap page or whatever. You know, Mom told me that I was the worst kid. I was the hardest to raise. I'm like, that's my badge of honor.
We'll see.
So I outdid
Looks like
all
David
of you.
left us. David left us. And so there you go. But
Mark, real quick, are you still doing your clothing brand thing?
Yeah, I mean, we haven't done anything with it, but we're talking about trying to. We stopped going to gun shows because I just got too busy. But we're probably going to do like a relaunch and do like the website, try to push that on Facebook
Well,
and Instagram and stuff here pretty soon.
I wanted to talk to you about it a little bit sometimes. So maybe I'm really bad at talking on the phone though. Like I hate it. But this I don't mind. But I want to talk to you about it, not in terms of like gun shows and stuff, but in terms of like off-roading shows and whatnot. I don't know what, it's just a vague idea in my head that I thought I could do something kind of like
he's
maybe
going to
what Ginger was
sponsor my
doing.
radio show. He doesn't know it yet, but as soon as all of his stuff gets up, I'm going to start talking about his deal on my show. You don't have to pay anything, but I want to start talking about it and how you formed it, because a lot of our viewers on that station are quite religious and would understand how that started too, and would probably buy the product. And so I'd like to put that out there as something to add to it. I think it's a good idea, because when you start on YouTube especially, they want you to have a product to sell also, where people can follow your channel and have merchandise and blah blah blah. And I think that this could be a stepping stone into that, where All Things Trap or whatever could also guide people to your website too. And the more we talk about it, the more it would help you, of course. So we got peeps that'll listen. So I appreciate you both. I'm gonna you can leave the screen and I'm gonna end the stream, but thank you both. And this is out there on YouTube, so if you want to watch the whole thing, you're certainly welcome to. And I'm going to set it up for another time next week with me and David, and I'll send the link of what we do. It might be fun to have a standard time, and I don't, we'll have to figure that out. I might just pick something where it's a standard time and we do it every couple of weeks, and just set a time and say, hey, if you're interested, join us. And hopefully we get more people. It'd be, because this is kind of fun. And there's a lot of different things to talk about, and people can watch the stream later on YouTube, the whole thing, if they want to. And that's a plus. So there you have it.
Okay. Sweet.
Okay. Happy holidays and all of that stuff. The end of the
you
stream
too.
is right now. See you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.